So the Bible tells me that if I partake in pagan idolatry, worship of other gods, if I partake in traditions of this world like Christmas, Easter, Halloween, then I'm passing my children through the fire to Moloch. I'm giving them up to Satan. Okay? In Romans 1, you have Paul speaking about the current state of the world, because people breaking covenants of promise, right? God gives them up to the lusts of their flesh. They become the children of wrath because they indulge in sin and take pleasure in those who do the same. So later in Romans, Paul tells us that the wrath of God is appointed unto disobedient, covenant-breaking children. And he says that governments are ordained to punish disobedient nations. So you've got governments ruling over you. And you've got governments passing laws permitting women to kill their own children through abortion. So if you ever wondered why there is so many women who in fact are oppressed with demons because they do not keep the covenants. Yeshua was casting out demons with the finger of God, by which the 10 Commandments was written, right? Teaching you obedience. So then you wouldn't go and kill your child, right? So in Romans 1, in Romans 13, right, we've got these governments that are ordained of Jehovah to punish disobedient nations, because Christian women do not keep the covenants of promise, right? They follow after the lust of their flesh. They do everything against the word of Jehovah. That is why we have so many children which are, put to death in the womb. Women are oppressed with demons. Nobody's keeping covenants. If women kept the covenants, they wouldn't put themselves in fornication. So then there wouldn't be no guilt when the woman falls pregnant and she's got nobody to help her to take care of the child. So if you ever wondered how is that what it means to pass your children through the fire to Moloch, when you see your children oppressed by demons, because you do not teach them covenants. You keep them yourselves. And God tells you that the way they are oppressed by demons is because you give them up to Satan. But he also tells you if you disobey him, then he punishes your children up to 4th generation. And then you've got fatherless and widows, because wars happen. Governments are ordained to punish disobedient nations. So Jehovah have nations against other nations, right? And that's how you've got men who go to the war and they die. And then you've got fatherless and the widows. And the cause, the very reason is that this happened is sin. And the Christian church was called to judge the cause of the fatherless and the widows. And you failed miserably. You're supposed to teach people to obey covenants of promise so they don't have to be punished. Yet you didn't do it. So you Christian women who are partaking in Christmas, enjoy your dinner. But some of the kids in this world actually got killed and punished because you just wanted to have this pleasure. Yeah. So repent, because the sword is coming upon the land. Repent, because the fiery judgment is ahead of us. And this world will be tested like it's never been tested before. And when you find yourself in tribulation, remember to keep 2 covenants of promise, 10 commandments. Eating clean. You can't eat swine, because swine, if you eat swine, you will go in tribulation. If you do Christmas, you will go in tribulation. So if you love children, then if you partook in this, paganism, because that's what it is, then quickly repent and ask Jehovah for forgiveness. And, repent of sin, start obeying him, because he is quick to forgive. It's just that your heart to be in the right place. And it isn't if you don't obey him, because you're supposed to. If to love God with all your mind, heart, and soul is to obey him, is to keep his covenants of promise.